Sugar mama, don't you humbug me. I'm crazy about you, honey. Don't you realize I give you all I've got? I need you to hold me tight. It wouldn't be enough for you. No, no, no. It wouldn't be enough for you.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Welcome back to this Saturday, 10:07 Central Time, here in the Humagoo in the Milwaukee area, and way, way over in the pond, Mr. A.J. Weinberger. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming on the show.
Here I am. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we are chatting all the time. I'm like, oh, we got to get back on air. You know, and you were talking about some of the roots and Fiddler on the Roof, and I love all that kind of history in your plays and that stuff. You know, one thing I love about like the Jewish faith, it's always so much music and so much fun. I got to work for Passover one year, or actually two semesters up in Madison, and I got to help the rabbi with all that stuff. And I was so blessed and so neat to see all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of reminds me so much of what you're doing too, sir.
Yeah. Well, it's being a Jew is more fun because if you let the Jew talk, actually, you cannot, you don't have a space to fit in. That's it. So better leave the Jews sing than talk because talking is too much. This is why I cannot live in Israel, man, because they talk too much and blah blah yada and blah blah blah. You know, just too noisy for me. So I rather sing, man, or play.
Yeah, because you were telling me about your theater and your experiences and where you've been, and that's very much the feeling I get from your music and the things that you're trying to do there for everybody. And let's talk about, we got a couple more tracks you want to get in: the Slippery Slope, I Am the Water, Caroline, and then the fabulous track, the title track, Reborn, off of your CD. Fill us a little bit about these things too, these tracks.
It's an instrumental one. Actually, one of my greatest guitar heroes is Danny Gatton, and actually, I wrote this song with him in my mind because actually I had I almost got his blonde Gibson ES-175 guitar from his wife when I was in Washington D.C. area, and I was visiting Adams Morgan, or Madam's Organ as they call it.
Yeah,
that neighborhood, and I just was looking for Danny Gatton's albums, and I found this little family-owned record stores, and right in front of the store it was a musical instrument store.
Yeah,
and I saw that blonde Gibson, which is on the cover of the, I think, Elmira Street, if I'm not mistaken. And I went in. I didn't know that was that was his guitar. I just saw that it has a P90 pickup on it, and I asked the lady if I can try it out. So I tried out the guitar, and then another lady came to me and asked me. She asked me if I'm interested in buying that guitar. I said, "Man, it's a wonderful instrument. It looks old as well." I told her. She said, "Yeah, it's pretty old." And And I asked her, so how much you charge for it? What's the price of it? And she told me a sum, an amount. I said, it's way too much for me. So she cut it in half. And I said, this is still too much for me. And then the owner of the store came to me and introduced me to that lady. She told me that she was Danny Gatton's wife.
Yeah.
And then I freaked out, man. And I said, ma'am, it's just too pity that I don't have that kind of money. Actually, she tried to lower down the price, but even I didn't have that type of amount on me in that time. And but that was my little encounter with the spirit of Danny Gatton somehow. But I'm a great fan of his ever since the early 80s when I heard about him for the first time. I was a 17 or 18 years old little kid in my hometown, and ever since I admire him, for everything, even with his car collection, because he was very into the cars, the old timers.
Yes.
And redo the cars, and the entire struggle, and the entire almost tragicomical side of his life, because I don't even understand why record labels just dropped him. It's such a shame, because the world should widely know about Danny Gatton. And so I wrote this song with him in my mind, and this is a slippery slope.
And let's
That's
do that
story.
right now.
Because we all
go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we all have that slippery slope.
Because we all we all walk in a slippery slope somehow, somewhere.
And I thought
So
that was
we have to be careful.
yeah, and that was so cool how that guitar kind of called you walking down. You just saw that, and that got you in there.
Yeah.
So, thank you, everybody. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you again. Welcome back to the Humagoo. We have been on 1 hour and 13 minutes with AJ. Oh my God, AG. Sorry about that. I have that Freudian slip all the time. I have to think really hard about that, my friend. Welcome back to the Humagoo.
Oh, hello, here I am.
Here I am.
Sure.
Oh, my. You were telling me about your wife and all the cool things. I love all these different arts in different parts of the world that you're doing poetry and music and summer camps and things that you do like that. Tell us about what that goes on for the youth over in your way.
Listen, Tom, our trade is probably one of the most useless trades in the human history, right?
Yes.
As a musician or artist, because nobody needs us. Maybe one trade, one profession is way more useless than ours, and that's for politicians, because nobody needs politicians, man. So I think this is the most useless profession. But hey, I think we are the second or something like that. So we have to create the circumstances for our own living somehow, and trying to give back to the society something what we learned throughout the years or we experienced. And there are legit and very correct ways to do this. So this is why we are doing the summer camps for kids and this poetry contest, because my wife she's an actress and a theater director, and she's very into this literature and poetry stuff, and she runs a huge foundation here in Hungary, which is a